police running all in and out the building. What the hell is going on?
Someone please call 911. Yes, sir.
But I'm low.
Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? YouTube, what's good? Raider Nation, we are in the building once again for another Raider Twuan live, and we got some major problems. Okay, but before we start talking about these problems, these real problems, I gotta give y'all the Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. Yes, sir. And if you like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe, okay? Go ahead, get active, join the best chat that YouTube has to offer, and we know that that is the congregation. Matter of fact, let me give the congregation a Raider Twuan brown cracker salute. But we got some major problems. Some major problems. And it's all going to be evolved around this defensive line. Okay? If you have not, go ahead and hit the like button. Why? Because I like you. Okay? So go ahead and hit the like button. If you need prayer for you or your family members, hit me up on IG at Twuan, Twuan, Twuan. If you don't, that's perfectly fine too. But here at Raider Twuan, we are advocates for being an organ donor. So that is also available in the link of all descriptions of all my videos. So do not miss the opportunity to be an organ donor. Get the information, check it out. And if you got any questions, definitely you can hit me up on IG. All right. I think I paid all the bills. And we definitely need to talk about our team. And let me start off with this. Let me give y'all who's involved. You know, you always gotta figure out who the subjects are, right? Let's see who's involved in regards to the Raiders. And then there's one special one. I'll definitely share that and as why. As soon as I click on it here. There you go. Okay. So on our D line, we need to figure out who we talking about, right? On our D line, we have David Agoa, Adam Butler, and this is alphabetical order. Agoa, Adam Butler, Matthew Butler, Max Crosby, John Jenkins, okay, Malcolm Koonce, MarTwuan McCall, Janarius Jenkins, Nesta J. Silvera, Emerson Smith, Charles Snowden, Chirstian Wilkinson, or Wilkins, sorry. Habit. I've heard so many people call his name wrong. Chirstian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson, and the last person on the bottom of there, let me remove that so you guys can see that I'm not playing, y'all, is Byron Young. Okay? Byron Young. Okay? So those are the D linemen from defensive ends to defensive tackles. They're all scattered in there, obviously, because it's from alphabetical order. But those are the guys that are actually on the roster. Okay? So anybody that's not on there is either an unrestricted free agent or a restricted free agent. Okay? So those are the guys that are currently active on the roster. Okay? And as you can tell, David Agoa has a asterisk next to his name. Okay? So we'll talk about it. We'll talk even more on that, but I'll explain why right now. The reason why David Agoa has asterisk next to his name is because he is actually he's from the NFL, you know, best way to explain it is like the overseas program. So because he's on the overseas program, technically he doesn't count towards the number of 53. So that means we're able to actually add an extra player. Okay? And that extra player that doesn't hurt us or doesn't affect us is actually David Agoa. Okay? So, for an example, there's actually been reports out there that the Raiders will, in regards to what I call the 53 or the final roster, they're keeping 10. So if they keep 10, they can keep David Agoa as the 11th. And he's, to be honest with you, with David Agoa, he's not ready to see the field on Sundays or when the full games are going. He's still going through, getting up to speed in regards to play in the NFL. So he's definitely a development guy. He's definitely he can be seen as also a practice squad guy. But yeah, David Agoa is that extra, and I'll bring up the list again so you guys can see it. The extra D lineman on the Raiders roster. Okay. So that's the list we got. And I'll keep flipping to it so you guys can see what's going on with that, right? But we have to look at also how many D tackles are there versus D ends, right? And David Agoa is a D tackle. Adam Butler is a D tackle. Matthew Butler is a little different situation where Matthew Butler can actually play defensive end, but he can also be a D tackle. Okay. John Jenkins, or Max Crosby, we know he's a defensive end. John Jenkins is a D tackle. Malcolm Koonce is a DN. MarTwuan McCall is a D tackle. Okay. Janarius Jenkins. Janarius Robinson. I'm sorry, I got that wrong. He is a DN. Nestor J. Severa is a D tackle. Emerson Smith, I believe he's a D tackle. No, he's a DN. He's a DN. Charles Snowden, I haven't really got too much on him. Actually, just to speed that up, I don't foresee Snowden being on the roster. Chirstian Wilkins is a D tackle. Tyree Wilson is a hybrid. He can be a DN or a D tackle. Okay. And then Byron Young, we know what Byron Young is. He's a D tackle. Okay. So there's a lot of D tackles on this team. There's more D tackles than there are DNs. And I'm foreseeing that there might be possibilities where we see a lot of D tackles out there over DNs. And you'll see that in some graphics I have moving forward, but definitely there is a major problem. Okay. And the major problem is the D line. This right here, and you guys can let me know what you guys think. Let me look at the chat. I see you guys coming in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you guys have not. And also subscribe. Okay? Subscribe. Cliff, good to see you. Alpha Kasi's in the building. I see you. Rob Pena, Daniel Berry, Raider Ryan, good to see you. Shout out Alpha Kasi. Milka Beezy, good to see you. Raider Paul's in the building. Cool Kev, blessings. Yeah, Cliff, good to see you. But yeah, this is the problem. This is the problem. Tyree Wilson, and just for those that may not know who those guys are, you have from left to right, you have Malcolm Koonce, Tyree Wilson, Chirstian Wilkins. Sorry, I got to get that out of my head. I've been hearing so many people call him Wilkinson. Chirstian Wilkins and Max Crosby. Okay. If y'all don't know what picture that is, that's actually Chirstian Wilkins in his introductory presser. That picture. This right here is what I consider to be our and that may not be necessarily what they call it, but what I'm going to call it is our NASCAR package. Okay. Everybody on this line, if we're running a 4-3, because that's still also a possibility that we may run a 3-4. And today, for this live, I'm just factoring it as us running the 4-3. Okay. But we have Malcolm Koonce next to Tyree, and Chirstian Wilkins next to Max Crosby. That is what I call the NASCAR package. Okay. These are probably your slowest rusher. Not saying it in a bad way, but the slowest rusher here is definitely going to be Tyree Wilson. Okay. But with that 4, you get pass rush, you get speed, you get interior pressure at a fast rate. Okay. If Chirstian Wilkins is right next to Max Crosby, that becomes a problem. Okay. And that becomes a problem for those involved. Right? All that pressure coming off of that left side off the right side. It'd be on the right side. All that pressure on the right side shifting over to, in most cases, the blind side of a quarterback. That becomes a problem. So don't be, and these are, let me just say this, that these are what I think, this is my Raider gospel in regards to where I think we should line up. Okay. There's still, of course, we still have the draft upon us. We still have, what's left of free agency. But like I said, in regards to my other live, in regards to the offense, the guys that are on this list, these are pretty much going to be our guys. Now, if somebody, for an example, if we get to the draft and for some reason Byron Murphy falls to us, you know what I'm saying? We might pull the trigger on that. But where we are right now in regards to our D line, these are going to be your main suspects. Okay. Yeah, Alfakasi, Chirstian Wilkinson have a Michael Mayer, Jacoby Myers effect. Like, yeah, it does. And especially since my last live, I was talking about Chirstian Wilkinson, yeah. Right. But Chirstian Wilkins is who I'm talking about now in our D tackle D line situation. And like I said, who I identify in our NASCAR package is who I use as a thumbnail. And you guys, and I'm gonna look at the chat because I have like 2-3 more slides on this, but you guys let me know what you guys think in regards to this package. Okay. This being your speed, third down, gotta get it. That they're going to be in a pure pass situation. Maybe they're in third and 20, third and 15, and you got to get that speed rush going. Let me know what you think about this lineup here. who would you use in your speed rush? Yeah. Cliff, that's the thing is, being next to Max, and Wilkerson will make life easier. Yep. Cliff said this lineup will take, this lineup gonna take the West. Hey, look, hey, I'm putting it together, and I'm starting to see it. I gotta be, and let me click off of this so people can see me be. Let me click off of this for a bit. I'll pull it back up, but I was saying prior to bringing in Chirstian Wilkins that we need to bring in 2 more guys. I was like, we got to get 2 more guys. And when I look at this here, that, and I'll probably say it again, but when I, look at the whole list overall of actually who's here, yeah, that part. I think for some reason, and maybe it's just me, but with Chirstian Wilkins being here, he almost takes up 2 spots that I thought we was going to need. Oh, we need 2 more. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in regards to that there. Milka Beezy said Max and Wilkins won't let Tyree fail. Sorry. Tyree gonna be fine. Yeah. I said it too, Milk. And as we're talking about this, and I love the discussion, it's one of those situations where I believe that Tyree is going to be better. You know what I'm saying? It seems like we're always talking about Tyree, right? I believe Tyree is going to be better. And and hear me out now, if all Tyree has is his bull rush, okay? If everybody else on this, and this is who I identify as our NASCAR package, right? If Tyree, all he brings to the table is his bull rush, well, everybody else is doing their thing. I feel exactly like Milka Beezy said. Tyree's gonna be fine. And I believe that Tyree's gonna have more than one, he's gonna have more than the bull rush this year. But again, if he just brought that to the table with this lineup, okay? I wish I had a diagram of how, the 4 lined up against the 5. Because that the D line, they have 4 rushers, and offensive line has 5 guys blocking. So that means somebody's going to be doubled. Okay? And looking at this, most likely they're going to double Chirstian Wilkins. Not saying that Max Crosby doesn't deserve a double, but in essence, because Chirstian Wilkins is going to be closer to the quarterback by being close to the center is most likely going to double team that, which means that Max Crosby is going to have a one-on-one, which is a good luck with that. Tyree's going to have a one-on-one, and then definitely Koonce on the outside is going to have a one-on-one. Okay? And that becomes an issue. That becomes a problem. Some of you guys are seeing where it's coming, right? Where all of this is going on, right? Yeah, Cliff. That's the other thing in regards to the list. Let me try to do this for those that are watching the replay. The list, of course, is going to change, or not, of course, but has the possibility of changing, right? Especially, like I said, if we go into the draft and we thought in the draft that we weren't going to be able to address, that we're going to need to address D-line. And honestly, just my personal thought, the way that the way that we have our line set up now, I don't think we need to address anything in the draft. Right? You can go into the draft and say, there's certain things that you say we have a need, right? I don't think we have a need at D-line. But, and this is where Cliff is right, and to what I was saying too, is if we go in the draft and let's say we're in the third, fourth round, or maybe even the second round, and there's that one D lineman, that one edge, or that one D tackle that was supposed to get drafted in the first round, but he slid for some reason. You go snag him. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but what if, and here goes the hypotheticals, right? What if Dallas Turner slides to the second round, the edge out of Alabama? What if he slid to the second round? I would pull the trigger because, again, knowing that he's supposed to be one of the top 10 picks, you know what I'm saying? Top 15, if that, to get that value in the second round. The same thing that we did last year with Michael Mayer, right? Michael Mayer had a first round grade on him, according to the coaches and some of the analysts, right? But we got him in the second round, and we were surprised that he actually landed to us in the second round. But those are the things that we have to consider in the draft. Sometimes you get that, sometimes we trip out. It's like, why did we get some of us, why did we get a tight end? Well, that tight end was supposed to be in the first round, and we got him in the second round. So technically, we got two first round, quality first rounders in the first two rounds. You got to go get it. So we'll see what happens in regards to who gets added in the draft. But when I look at who we got currently on the roster, David Agoa, Adam Butler, Matthew Butler, Max Crosby, John Jenkins, Malcolm Koonce, MarTwuan McCall, Janarius Robinson. Okay, I got that name wrong, but please forgive me on that. Nesta J. Silvera, Emerson Smith, Charles Snowden, Chirstian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson, and Byron Young. I like that room. I like that defensive line room. Okay. Now, if you ask me to nitpick on something, you know what I'm saying, and you guys can do that too. Let me know your Raider gospel on this topic. But I prefer to get another defensive end. Okay. But we'll definitely break that down even more. Yeah, hey Cliff, you're right. This is the best line that Max has been on. Why? Because Max really hasn't had. I mean, he's had some help. You want to say, a Yannick wasn't help. That was help, but that was all the way on the other side of the line, right? Even Chandler Jones. No matter what you thought of Chandler Jones, he was help, but again, he was all the way on the other side of the line. And when you look at the overall team, your D line and D tackles definitely help out your defensive ends. Yeah, hey, Cliff. Yeah, he finally has some good help. And I'll talk about even more of that good help. Because I think a lot of people fail to forget a key point that that does get missed. But that's why we're here to talk about it. We're here to break all of that down for you. Hey, nothing. Yeah, you're right. Nothing wrong with loading up this D line, and I think Coach Antonio Pierce is about that same thing too. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why the first real action we got, outside of retaining guys, was at D tackle. Even in reports of him going to pro days to check out even some more D linemen. All eyes, good to see you. Shout out to the congregation. Make sure you guys hit the like button. But yeah, back to what I think is the NASCAR package. They might call it something else, but that's the best way I can explain it for you guys. I think most of you guys can digest that. Is the NASCAR package. But even with the NASCAR package, I'm gonna move on to the other package that we may see. Now, before we get to this package, it has been reported that Max and Chirstian Wilkins, they don't take breaks. We know Max Crosby is one of those guys that stays on the field, not first down, not second down, not even third down. Max Crosby stays up on 4 downs if needed be. Okay? And Chirstian Wilkins is the same thing. So when I show you my thoughts on the packages, you may see a trend in that. Okay? So kind of the opposite of the NASCAR is our goal line. Okay? And here are the guys that I think in a 4-3 is going to be on our goal line. And we might see some new faces. Okay? Let me know what you think of our goal line. Our goal line consists from left to right. Chirstian Wilkins. Okay? MarTwuan McCall. Okay? John Jenkins. And Max Crosby. That's right. Chirstian Wilkins. MarTwuan McCall. John Jenkins. And Max Crosby. That's our goal line. That's the what I call the big sexy. Okay? The big boys. Okay? In the goal line situation, you're going to move Chirstian Wilkins to the outside so that the two big boys can plug in to the center of that line. Okay? This is a goal line situation where, hey, we know a team's going to want to run it. It might be 4th and 1 or 3rd down and 1, and they got to run it in. So you get, and I like this, I kind of like this lineup too, in the sense of, and I'll pull it back up so you guys can see it. You guys got a stone wall in regards to John Jenkins and McCall. Okay? We know John Jenkins was solid for us last year in stopping the run. But to line him up next to McCall, who's also good at stopping the run and is a huge specimen. Okay? On top of that, with the guys that you have on the outside, there's still a pass rush there because Max Crosby likes to, even on runs, he likes to pass rush so that he can get the tackles for loss. Okay? And even Chirstian Wilkins, if you watch his highlights, you'll see him do the same thing. Okay? So they'll be able to pick and choose what they want to do, whether they want to contain or pass rush for loss, tackle for loss. That's the option. But that's the goal line. And let me know what you guys think in regards to the goal line package. Or let me know who you think should be on our goal line package. Hey, Cliff, I think we did. I think we did upgrade a little. I don't want to say upgrade a little bit, but I think we did make some adjustments there. I mean, time will tell. You know what I'm saying? But just looking at it, and it's good to look at it. You know what I'm saying? Look at what we got right now, knowing that it still can change and that it still can, be adjusted. But where we are right now, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with it. But let me know what you guys think in regards to our goal line situation here. By the way, let me add this in regards to the guys that are currently on this list, or on our screen right now. With McCall and John Jenkins, I think there might be a possibility that, and we'll see, because Patrick Graham likes to run the 4-3 and the 3-4. And because he has, he now has pieces that that can fit that and that can work with that. I think we also have a situation where it gives us some flexibility, right? And that's what we want. And that's what we've been wanting for this team, right? We want to build this team out in such a way that we have options. And, years past, we didn't have many options. But I think we got something here. I think we do. Hey, yeah, hey, all eyes on G. I like the big boys in the middle, stuff in the run. Hey, look, and that's exactly what I got. You know what I'm saying here? Let me pull it up so y'all can see it again. Because every time I look at these lists, you know what I'm saying? I put this together, but as I continue to sit here and look at it, I like it even more. Because most teams, when they have a goal line, there ain't too much pass rush there, right? But if you still got Chirstian Wilkins out there and Max Crosby, they got a little pass rush in them. And that could serve as a problem, where you're completely stopping the run, and then you have two of the top pass rushers in the league doing whatever they need to do according to down and distance and what's going on in the game. Right? Make sure you guys go ahead and hit them likes.
You fucking cold.
I mean, look in the camera, do it. Hey, you guys go ahead and hit them likes. Why? Because I like you. All right, you clip that one right.
Yes, sir. Go ahead and hit them likes. Shout out to Lunatic Raider and the Dirty Lunatic Show for that. I'm reading your guys' chats here. You guys let me know what you guys think in regards to this D-line. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so, hey, this is, I'm going to move on, okay? I'll move on because don't want to be on here too long and waste your guys' time, but definitely, I appreciate you guys coming in. And if you guys like the Raiders, go ahead and subscribe. All right. Let me pull up my other slide here. Now, I gave you guys the NASCAR, you know what I'm saying? The NASCAR speed package, and that's Koonce, Tyree, Chirstian Wilkins, and Max Crosby. But this next one I'm about to give you guys is going to be more your traditional third down. And there's a specific reason as to why I have these certain guys on the screen. Okay? And here we go. This is our third down. J-Dog, good to see you. Okay, this is our third down. Man, this is our third down rush. Okay, Koonce, Chirstian Wilkins, in this lineup, trust me, in this lineup, Koonce, Chirstian Wilkins, Adam Butler, okay, Adam Butler now, and Max Crosby. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think. What say you about our third down rush? Now, this is more traditional. Okay? This is our more traditional situation. But Malcolm Koonce, Chirstian Wilkins, Adam Butler, and Max Crosby. I'm gonna see if y'all see what I did here, and maybe that'll be why I explain it. Cliff said, "Not gonna lie, I wanted Mac back, but we really don't, right? Especially for the price that he was going to ask, right? That's the other thing. That's, you always got to think about the price that may be accrued to that, Cliff. So yeah, definitely. I like where we are right now. especially going into the draft. And let's be honest, there's still some pass rushers out there in free agency, but at what price? Hey, Milka Beast said, good luck trying to get that first down. You feel me? You feel me? Milka Beezy put the flames on that. All I said, we beasting with this line. Hey, check this out. Let me break down something that, and here goes the Raider gospel. Here goes my Raider gospel. But let me give y'all a little reality of the reason why I put it the way that I put it. When you look at how you line up, okay? You line up in the third down. The center is in between Chirstian Wilkins and Adam Butler. Okay? What side is he going to shift to? He's most likely going to shift towards Chirstian Wilkins. Adam Butler has been actually a very, very strong pass rusher for us. Not saying that he's on the caliber of Chirstian Wilkins or Chris Jones or any, you know what I'm saying? Not like those guys, but a rotational guy and a key piece. Hear me now, a key piece to this D line. Okay, when you have someone like an Adam Butler, people fail to forget, and this you ain't gonna hear it anywhere else because I haven't heard anybody say this. But in regards to the stunts that were called, that was Adam Butler. Adam Butler and Max Crosby talked about it. Max Crosby said, our D-line coach lets us do what we need to do based on what the coverage is. Okay? And guess who was calling those shots? That was Adam Butler. And when you watch Adam Butler last year in pass rush, they lined up Adam Butler next to Max Crosby. So there's chemistry there. So not only is there chemistry there from last year, but you have their captain. Okay, I'm gonna call him a captain because he was calling, hey, we're gonna in tackle twist. You know what I'm saying? Where the tackle goes in and the D lineman comes out, the D tackle comes out, and you have a free rush, or vice versa. The tackle goes out, and then you have Max Crosby coming in from the center because the defensive tackle cleared that out. That was on Adam Butler. So now you have a one-on-one for Adam Butler, a one-on-one for Max Crosby, and a one-on-one on Koonce. And also, with this lineup, and I hope you guys see that, with this lineup, it's evenly balanced. You have star power on the right side with Max Crosby, and coming right off the left is Chirstian Wilkins. So let's say in this situation, let's just say Malcolm Koonce he didn't have his rush that time. There's still pressure coming off of that right side and the left side. So where is that quarterback going to go is the question. Where is he going to go? Read your guys' chat. Let me know your Raider gospel on let me pull up the third down. There. Cliff, they're gonna be punting on second down. Hey, they don't want those problems, Cliff. I feel you, dog. They gonna try it, but they gonna mess around and find out. You know what I'm saying? This season. Koonce. Yeah, Koonce getting a one-on-one is going to be scary. Why? Because Koonce actually has some speed, and Koonce has been developing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, and hear me on this. I'm not completely hanging my hat on the Koonce. You know what I'm saying? Like saying that he's a bona fide, all down, all day rusher, but he's actually been trending upwards, and I'm with that. And like I said, and like you said, here is because of the people that are going to be around him and the other responsibilities for the offensive linemen, the responsibilities that they're going to have, it's going to be a problem. You got nothing but speed coming off of, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you get speed and power with Max Crosby, but with Koonce, that's just speed rushing. You know what I'm saying? And having that speed, especially on this third down rush, having Wilkins right next to him, having that speed with the disruptiveness of Wilkins, yeah. Good luck with that. Milka B said, Koonce shows pass rush abilities. In amount of games he start, yeah. What he's shown, yeah, I like what I see, but I want to see more of that. You know what I'm saying? You have on other teams, you have guys that you can trust on the outside for sure. And I'm not saying I don't trust Koonce, but there's still a little bit more I want to see from him. If that makes sense. Yeah, Koonce did his thing on Christmas Day. Cliff. Said, don't forget the Chargers game. Hey, yeah. Koonce is now putting it together. And there were people out there that, were talking bad about Koonce. Get rid of him. He's a bum, et cetera, and that's why that's why I always preach cheap labor, in the sense of if you let these rookies, especially because they're under cheap contracts, if you can allow for them to just mature and grow, who knows what they'll become. And we could have given up on Koonce a long time ago. Right? And we're finally getting to see the benefits of it. And I'll say this in regards to Koonce. I think there's more for him to go. I think there's definitely more for him to go. Okay, so on this lineup, I have, again, Koonce, Butler, Koonce, Chirstian Wilkins, Adam Butler, and Max Crosby. Lined up just like that. Okay? Okay. What I take you're a Chiefs fan. I can't. Can't wait to see you. Okay. I'll say that. Can't wait to see you. Facts all ours. That's why we should extend him. Yeah, and that's one of the things that we're gonna have to figure out, right? And I think Telesco's the guy to figure that out. Telesco has done this before. This is not how they say it. This hasn't been his first rodeo. And because of that, for some reason, and I know this is a little off topic, but well, it is on topic because it's a part of the discussion. But for some reason, I have a little more faith in Telesco. And I think he'll do what he needs to do at the right time. We do have the money, so it's not like the money's going to be an issue. But we know that Telesco also, based on what we have seen, Telesco ain't gonna get played when it comes to, like I said, you guys know what I've been saying. Production versus paper, they got to match, and Koonce's production versus the paper, it definitely got to match for Koonce to be, on the team. Because Telesco will say, "Hey, you want more than what, then we ain't gonna play. We ain't gonna play with that." So I'm excited. I'm excited about where our D line is. Again, I said on the live that it's a major problem. And it's not a major problem for the Raiders. It's a major problem for the rest of the league. It's a major problem for the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a major problem for the San Diego Chargers. And we know we've been a problem for the Denver Broncos. Okay? This right here is who I think will be our NASCAR package. This also is our goal line. And let me give everybody their respect. The NASCAR package is Malcolm Koonce, Tyree Wilson, Chirstian Wilkins, and Max Crosby. Our goal line, Chirstian Wilkins, MarTwuan McCall, okay, with John Jenkins and Max Crosby. And then our traditional third down rush is Malcolm Koonce, Chirstian Wilkins lined up just like this. Okay? Adam Butler and Max Crosby. Okay? And again, looking at a list. David Agoa, Adam Butler, Matthew Butler. Okay, I haven't said Matthew Butler on our lineup. So he's a depth piece, right? Maybe on the bubble in regards to the 53. Max Crosby, John Jenkins, Malcolm Koonce, MarTwuan McCall, Janarius Robinson, okay? He's a depth piece or definitely a depth piece. I think he'll be retained. Nesta Jade is on the bubble, okay? Even though Nesta Jade could fill in for that goal line package, right? Emerson Smith, Charles Snowden, Chirstian Wilkins, Tyree Wilson, and Byron Young. Byron Young is on the bubble for me. Even though we just drafted him, he's on the bubble. We're in a situation where we got some talent on our D-line. And it's a situation where, yes, I am a component for cheap labor, but I also will say that if there's a vet that's getting it done, he's going to stick around. And the two people, I didn't have them on the list. I didn't do a lineup for them. Okay. And they're actually two people on the goal. They're actually in the same spot on the goal line. I mean, same spot on the two slides that I have. Okay. The two important pieces outside of the guys that you already know as Max Crosby and Chirstian Wilkins is Adam Butler and John Jenkins. And that's why it was so important that we were able to get those guys back on our D-line for the Raiders. That's who I think are kind of the straws that stir the drink. They're the core pieces, the core guys that do what they need to do, not just to get their shine, but to assist the other guys. Okay? And that's why Adam Butler's right next to Max Crosby. He's going to be able to help Max Crosby get open. Okay? John Jenkins doing the same thing on the goal line. Okay? Well, you guys let me know your Raider gospel. I'm going to look at the chat. See what y'all got. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you guys hit the like button. If you guys, yeah, go ahead and hit the like button. Why? Because I like you. And subscribe. Subscribe. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. We are on the goal and on the march to 500 subscribers by week 1. If we can get to 500 subscribers by week 1, a lucky subscriber will win a pair of black Air Forces. That's right. A lucky subscriber will win a pair of black Air Forces if Raider Twuan, the channel, gets to 500 subscribers by week 1. So subscribe and tell a friend. John Lee and I see you in the building. Shout out to you. Cool Kev, $2. Yeah, I let them come in here, Cool Kev. They fine. They okay. If you want to talk trash to them, go ahead. I see y'all in the chat getting it busy. Hey, go ahead and go ahead and let them know. You know what I'm saying? Let them know that we ain't nothing to play with. You know, that's why they was complaining. That's why they was complaining about the Mahomes rules, right? That we put on them on Christmas, right? They had all they little girlfriends caping for them on media, because the Raiders are being rough and da 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 da. Yeah. And you know what's crazy about this? You know, like I said, this is the NASCAR. This is the goal line. Okay. With Chirstian Wilkins, MarTwuan Crawford, John Jenkins, and Max Crosby. And then, like I said, the traditional third down. We're only getting better. Like Cliff said earlier, and I said it, there's still a possibility that we might add somebody to our D line and make it even scarier. What if we picked up and like I said, if I nitpicked, I would get another edge rusher, right? What if we got another edge rusher? Because we know Max Crosby ain't coming off the field, but on the opposite side, Koonce could have a little rest. You know what I'm saying? Keep him fresh. Not saying that he needs, we know that he keeps his cardio up and all that, but what if we had another rusher, like a real solidified like threat over there on the other side, along with Koonce? And we just did a rotation, keeping them fresh, where they're still getting snaps and where they're, the juice is still going, but they have somebody that can come in and get just as busy as they can. We can build out our roster there. And I'll say this too, looking at the draft, There's a lot of edge rushers in the draft. A lot of edge rushers in the draft. A lot of D tackles in the draft. So don't be surprised that we make some adjustments there. Fear Raider, good to see you. Hope all is well, sir. Thanks for showing up. Please make sure you guys hit the like button. Eduardo, good to see you. Make sure if you guys have not subscribed, again, help the channel get to 500 subscribers. And then a lucky subscriber will get a pair of black Air Forces. Okay. 500 subscribers by week 1. Being that said, I wonder if we have been yeah. Shout out to Eric. Okay. So let's have a little more discussion, okay? I'll show you my graphics. I like these. I think I did a good job on them. I hope I did a good job on them. Oh, okay. This is a NASCAR package. Okay. Goal line. Third down rush. Okay. But looking at the list, what guys do you think are going to either be on the bubble? Let me know what guys you think we need to cut. Let me know. And I'll tell you what I think. These are early predictions. I'm not saying they have, we'll talk about it, even deeper when we get to having to make the 53, the cuts for 53. But right now, who do you think is on the bubble of being cut, or who would you cut? Mind you, I'll let you guys know now. David Ago is safe. Okay, he's a part of the overseas program, to where he doesn't count against the roster for having him. So I foresee him staying with us. But outside of everybody that does not have an asterisk can be cut, release, whatever you want to call it. Who would you say? What say you in regards to who needs to go? Yep, Max never leaves the lineup. And we know that. We know that's the get down. Even when Max Crosby was limping on that, I call it a bum knee, which you just saying he hurt his knee. Even though he was limping on that bum knee, he still didn't want to get off the field. I think there was only one time we actually pulled him, and that was in that Chargers game where, it was a clear blowout, and he finally was like, okay, well, let the other guys cook, right? John Leon, you say you think we can develop Brian Young? Okay. And I'll say this in regards to Byron Young. I think Byron Young's on a short leash. Just because of the other talent that's involved. I'm foreseeing that we keep 10, possibly 11 And I mean 11, you know, with Agoa, so 10 plus Agoa. So, you know, you might want to factor that in. If we keep 10 D linemen, which ones are we keeping? Just off the list, Adam Butler 1, Max Crosby 2, John Jenkins 3, Malcolm Koonce 4, MarTwuan Crawford 5. And these are for sure. Wilkins 6, Tyree 7. Okay. From there, Janarius Robinson was at 8. 1, 2. Let me do that again. Adam Butler, Max Crosby, John Jenkins, Malcolm Koonce, MarTwuan Crawford. I'll add Robinson. Okay. That's 6. Chirstian Wilkins 7. Tyree. That's 8. Okay. So they can add 2 more. Okay. I'll take Byron Young and Matthew Butler. That's 10. Now, if we draft somebody, Byron Young's going to be on the bubble and Matthew Butler's going to be on the bubble. Yeah, Emerson's gone. I wasn't even counting him. Emerson's gone. At least in my understanding. Okay? Or my thoughts. Yes, everybody's entitled to their opinion and Raider gospel. Okay. But yeah, Emerson Smith is gone. Charles Snowden is gone. Nesta Jade. See, that's the other thing. I didn't add Nesta Jade to mine. So the 3 guys that are on the bottom of the situation, unfortunately, is Matthew Butler, Byron Young, and Nesta. Those are the guys on the bubble, which means they could stay. They could possibly stay, but they can possibly go. Okay? Especially, like I said, if we bring in somebody on D-line in the draft. And or somebody on the bargain bin in free agency. Not saying that I completely agree with it. Raider Romeo, good to see you. I'm not saying I completely agree with it, but I will say, you know, Jadeveon Clowney's still out there. You know what I'm saying? Do I want him? I'm okay. But if they bring him in, you know what I'm saying? And for what price, right? That's where the production and paper got to match, right? Then that's when you're running into the Byron Young being gone, the Nesta J being gone. Okay? But you guys let me know who you think is going to get cut. And I'm just saying in the frame of keep it to 10. Raider Romeo, I'm just going to show you the slides. You can go back and watch the replay. But this is the NASCAR package. The goal line. Okay. And third down rush for those that just came in. Make sure you hit the like button. If you guys have not, go ahead and subscribe. Okay, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Because it's free to do. All right, all right. Yeah, so I'm excited about where we are on the D line. Like I said earlier, the addition of Chirstian Wilkins. Before that, I was like, we need to get at least 2 more D linemen in here. And I don't think that's the case. I really don't think that's the case. If we don't do anything with our D line, you know what I'm saying? If we don't do anything additional to our D line, I think we're in a very good spot. Okay? And hear me with this, if we don't do anything else with this D line, I think we're in a good spot. And I think that's another reason why, you know, in regards to going into the draft, we're going to be comfortable with letting some of these D linemen go. Now, if a D lineman slides and the value is high on him, but we're getting him for, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if he's supposed to be in the first round, but we get him in the second or third round, yeah, you're going to pull the trigger on that. But I think we can go into the draft and say, hey, we don't need D-line. Okay? And we need to fill out our roster just like that. So when I say that there's a major problem with our D-line, I'm talking about there's a major problem for the quarterbacks that are going to go against this D-line. When we start coming at them in waves, where we have 2 options, a pass rush, the traditional, and just the speed, go ahead and go get it, go at them, it's a problem. When you can slide multiple bodies on our goal line, you can throw Adam Butler in there. It's a problem. And not a problem for us, but a problem for the rest of the league. So I'm not sorry for what we about to do to the rest of these teams. And when we get our secondary together and when we get all those other pieces together, that top 10 defense is going. Yeah, that's the thing. Hey, that's the thing, John Leon. What he said, what about Nesta Jade? See, Nesta Jade is going to be one of those guys that's going to get one of those last spots. Just based on what I see. Okay? Based on what I see. Because if, for an example, Nesta Jade would serve well in the goal line, right? I'm not putting him over John Jenkins. John Jenkins was our starter at that same spot. Okay. And then MarTwuan McCall, we picked him up from the Panthers. And if you go watch his highlight, he's a monster. You know, we talk about T'Vondre Sweat. Okay. MarTwuan McCall is a similar situation in size and body. So Nesta J could serve in one of the middle spots, but again, he's going to be a third of that type. So that's what, unfortunately, I like Nesta. You know what I'm saying? Nesta actually coming out of the draft was actually my favorite pick. But like I said, when you have talent, right? When you have talent there on the D line, that's what you're going to get. Nesta J might, you know, he might be one of those guys that he floats around on the practice squad. And we'll see how that plays. Jenkins, my dog. Hey, look, hey, I like Jenkins, dog. I love me some Jenkins. You know what I'm saying? And Nutty Raider Nate, this is what I got for goal line. If you haven't seen it. And it all starts with Jenkins. Okay? Chirstian Wilkins on the outside just because he doesn't want to get off the field. MarTwuan McCall right next to John Jenkins. Okay? And we know Max Crosby doesn't get off the field. So that's a possibility of goal line for me. You get pass rush and some serious pass blocking. I mean, some run stuffing. Okay. John Leon said it's tough because we loaded on the D line. And when's the last time we really been loaded like that on the D line? Where you now you can kind of, and Nutty Raider Nate can talk about this too. Now there might be situations where they actually, if they line it up right and put people in the right spots, you can have a rotation where everybody's being fresh. You know what I'm saying? There might be a situation where John Jenkins is out there, you know, kind of like that nose, you know what I'm saying, situation. And then, okay, big boy, we know you're a little tired. MarTwuan McCall, you go in there and go ahead and get it. You know, that's definitely the possibilities, right? So there's a whole lot of things there where there could be a rotation and strategically lining them up so that there is, you know, the openings for one-on-ones. Right? Like I said in the pass rush, the third down pass rush, the reason why I put Chirstian Wilkins right where he's at is because Adam Butler has been the coordinator for all their stunts. And he's been opening it up for Max Crosby on so many levels. So you have pressure on the left side, and then having Chirstian Wilkinson on the right side brings pressure on the right side. So where is that quarterback going to be able to go? With Koonce speed rushing on the outside and containing. It is a problem. We were loaded, but not with talent. Hey, look, you can have people. You can have people in a position, but hey, if they can't do it like, you know what I'm saying, do it till they satisfied, it ain't gonna work, right? Yeah, McCall. People forget about McCall. McCall is a problem. I encourage you to go and type in MarTwuan McCall. Okay? Type in MarTwuan McCall. And I think you'll like what you see. Physically and what you see on tape. Right? It's a problem. That is a problem. So, shout out to everybody in the chat. I am actually going to wind down this live. I definitely thank you guys for definitely being a part of, you know what I'm saying, the congregation. For those that are a part of the congregation, if you're not a part of the congregation, what are you doing? Go ahead and subscribe. Okay? I'm trying to join, I'm trying to add, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to grow the Raider Twuan church to 500 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? By week 1, that is the goal. We need 500 members in the congregation. Okay, by week 1, if we can get 500 members in the congregation by week 1, a lucky member of the congregation will get a pair of black Air Forces. Okay, but we got to get 500 members, 500 subscribers in the congregation. Okay, by week 1. Okay, and I think that is doable. Okay, but it all relies on you to subscribe. Okay, hit me up on IG if you guys need prayer for you or your family members. Hit me up on IG. Okay, for those that need that, let me go ahead and put it in the chat for you. Okay, put that in the chat for you guys that are live. Okay, if you need prayer, that is my IG. You can hit me up in my DM. The link's right there. Nightbot just did that for you guys. And then also be an organ donor. And the link is there. Exclamation point DON. If you're live, you can always click that and that'll give you the link. Always that all that information that I just put in the live today also is in the description of all my videos. So you don't have to worry about that if you're not live. Thanks for watching the replay. If you have not, please click the like button and, you know, say something in the comment section if you're watching the replay. Okay. I actually do read those. So if you say something or have a question, I will respond. If not, I will acknowledge it by liking it. Okay. I definitely do that. Paul Gunther got an extra year. Hey, look. That dude. But yeah, please go ahead and subscribe, get active, get involved. And I think I paid all the bills. I will catch you guys. Oh, yes. Let me do that. I will see you guys tomorrow. I am busy. Look, Look, Raider Twuan, the channel has been busy. Okay. Yesterday I did a live. Today I did a live. And tomorrow I will also be doing a live. Okay. 2 for One Nation podcast. Okay. Tomorrow at 2:30 Pacific Standard Time. Okay. You can do the math on the Eastern. I think that's 5:30. Okay. If you come in late, that's perfectly fine. Get in where you fit in. Okay. It'll be here with me and Eric from the SC Raiders Talk. We'll be doing some live with you. So tomorrow, 2:30. Okay. Also, Saturday, stay tuned. It'll be here on this channel early in the morning. I'll be live with Raider Nation Jason. So, how many lives is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 this week. Okay. Also stay tuned for shorts. Shorts are coming. Shorts are coming. Okay. Get ready for those. And I'll be dropping some more videos. So definitely you do not want to miss any of that. So subscribe, click the notification bell so you're not missing out on any of that information. Okay? Okay. I thank you guys. Please make sure you guys stay hydrated. Okay? Get out, get some sunshine. If it's shining out there, get you some sunshine. Oh no, it's dark now. But when you can get some sunshine, go ahead and get some sunshine. Take a walk. Okay, this is my good word for you guys. Go take a walk. What I do, I around my neighborhood, I'll take a walk. Have some music in my head, in my headphones or whatever, and I just take a walk. Okay. Get you some exercise and drink some water. That's my positive word for you guys. God bless you. Okay. God bless you. And hit the likes.
Fucking Stizan.
Twuan, hey Twuan, hit that like button. Why? Because I like you.
Also, remember, you're a blessing. Be a blessing to someone else. And let's go, Raiders.
What up, low?
Today is a day when our heroes of the past become our legends of the future. Time never really stops for the great ones. We wrap them in a cloak of immortality and remember what great people they were. We recognize you, Virginia Madden, his sons Mike and Joey. They were a football family, so that John could pursue his dreams. Koonce Riders in the Raiders organization is the will to win. Ladies and gentlemen, the Madden family.